Hey guys, my name is Crazy Penguin, and this is another class overview for Tribes of Sun, talking about the Soldier in this video. Soldier is a really great medium class. He excels in dueling, as well as flag defense and flag retrieval. Going to cover all kinds of different things, different items, loadouts, ways to play the class, as well as pros and cons. So let's get it started. First off, we have the Assault Rifle, which is your bread and butter automatic gun. There's nothing much to say here. It has moderate damage, an okay clip size, an okay ammo count. Nothing spectacular in any regard. It's just a really consistent form of damage. You're going to be able to put bullets down range and do damage. It's really all there is to it. It has a fairly large learning curve if you're new to the game, though. It can take some getting used to. My only advice when it comes to using this gun is only lead by a little bit. A lot of people severely overestimate how much you need to lead the target by. And then we have the Spin Fuser, and it is simply just a Spin Fuser. Nothing special about this. It doesn't fire fast, it doesn't do a lot of damage, it isn't a secondary, it's just your run-of-the-mill Spin Fuser. Really great weapon that everybody should be very good at using. It isn't your default weapon though, it's something you need to unlock, so something to kind of look forward to or not look forward to based on how you choose to play this character. You have either a bursty blow-up weapon where people have to touch down, or you have a consistent automatic rifle, which is a lot better probably for outdoor combat. And then we move on to the secondaries, the first of which is the Thumper DX. And for a secondary, it's okay, I guess. It has really low ammo count, even when it's upgraded. Its damage isn't all that great. I don't know, it's not my favorite weapon, that's for sure. There's an arc, it detonates before it goes its full distance. It's an okay weapon, but nothing I really prefer to use. I'd much rather use a Spin Fuser for an explosive weapon. And then we have the Eagle Pistol, which is hit scan, meaning that it's really easy to finish off enemies who are running away. Paired with generally the Spin Fuser, when they finally decide that they're going to run, or you just need to take out just that little bit of extra damage, it can be a much more reliable source of finishing off an enemy. It's a great complement and definitely worth using if you feel like unlocking it. As far as the grenades go, the first one is the Frag Grenade XL, which is your run-of-the-mill grenade. Has a fairly large radius, it's great for attacking the flag stand, but nothing really special going on there. And then we have the Proximity Grenade, which does less damage than the other two, but has the really unique feature that if it's within a certain radius of the enemy, it will detonate without impact or having to wait the full time, so it's really easy, consistent damage. Then lastly, we have the Anti-Personnel Grenade, which is my personal favorite, but I do tend to use the others depending on the scenario. If I'm doing flag disruption, or if I'm defending our own flag, I'll definitely take the proximities. But if I'm just going for that straight dueler, if I'm trying to take out enemy juggernauts who are shelling our stand, I'll go with the anti-personnel simply because it does the most damage. Its radius is a little lacking, but generally it's going to be worth your while. It's really great. I don't think there's many other grenades in the game that do that much damage, and it's just a really great source of blowing some big guys up. Then we have the two packs, the first of which is the Energy Pack, which is actually a really nice default pack. It allows you to be very mobile. That 15 energy you wouldn't think does very much for you, but it translates into a lot when you're trying to run around the map, or when you're in a duel. That extra hang time might be the difference between you touching down before an enemy and allowing you to hit them with your Thumper or your Spin Fuser. It's a great complement to the Soldier class. And then secondly, we have the Utility Pack, which gives you a lot of utility. It gives you an extra grenade, gives you a little bit more health, a little bit more run speed. Nothing really spectacular, but paired all together, it allows for you to, I guess, just do a little bit more of what you already do. It's not a bad pack, and I generally pick it before the Energy Pack, but between the two of them, I can't really decide. It all comes down to preference mostly. Alright, so we covered all the different options and weapons and whatnot. Let's talk a little bit about the class itself. As I mentioned, it is fairly decent at taking out juggernauts who are trying to shell the stand. It's also great at disrupting enemy flag stands. It's great at flag return. It's kind of the jack of all trades. It doesn't do anything really exceptionally well, but it's a good all-around class, and it's definitely one that I can see the reason and justify why it's a default beginner class, just because you can do so many different things with it. When it comes to loadouts, two things that I would suggest. You either stick with the default loadout, which is the Assault Rifle and Thumper, which is decent. It's great for outdoors dueling, but personally, this is just me, I prefer the Spin Fuser Eagle Pistol combo a little bit better. And the reason I call these combos is mostly because if you're going to use an explosive splash damage weapon and then another, I guess, hit scan or automatic or I guess you can kind of see what I mean by when you have the Thumper assault rifle, they kind of complement each other in the same way that the Spinfuse Eagle pistol does, whereas the other combinations would be the rifle and the pistol, not super great, or the Spinfuse Thumper, it's kind of counterproductive, unless of course you have the quick draw perk. That could be a great source of damage, being able to explode somebody twice. Be a really nice burst. Anyway, that does it for this guide. I'll go more in depth in the benefits and pros and cons of the different loadouts in a separate video. If you like this kind of content, be sure to stick around. We have more of it coming out. Always be sure to check out some of our other videos at FPSGeneral.com, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.